Akash, brother,
Hello, Arjun.
thank you so much for being here today, brother.
Thank you.
The whole point of these chats, very casual, is whoever watches this might learn a thing or two that's new.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, I believe you are quite into weightlifting.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk a little bit, start us here on this journey. What got you started?
Weightlifting was pretty much a personal case for me because I did first get into sports, which is shot put and basketball. And I was required to go into gym for like weightlifting training, strength training and stuff. The intensity of it really attracted me a lot. And I spent literally 2 hours, 3 hours a day just in gym, weightlifting, maxing out my PR. And that, I don't know why, like some people find it a bit stressful, but I felt a bit exciting about it. So then after a few hurdles of say competitions and stuff, I really felt that is a really good a pathway on that. So I did really take it seriously. So since my 10th grade I was weightlifting and I was progressing in state level, nationals, and also inter college, inter university, interstate and stuff. And by the time I reached nationals, the competition was pretty hard because even though I was 18 years old, I've been told to compete with say 24, 25 years old competitors who are like much massive and stronger than me, experienced, and they have this perfect form and strategy to easily pick up weight. But I went pretty much straightforward with no guidance, and I would say you really need to spend a quality time on that rather than just jumping into it. So that's a lot of external factors that actually makes you go up the ladder, but I think I didn't take the right step on that.
What are these factors?
One is that first is a great coach who knows stuff, who's been in that place a while, who's been there in that arena a while. Second is your dedication to it. You can't really do dual stuff on that. If it's weightlifting, you just need to do weightlifting because any form of change in sports needs a different and variance of weightlifting forms. That could definitely affect, and that affected me too because I was doing basketball, I was into shot put, and one strategy doesn't align with other form of games. So that is one thing which I never took it seriously. So that affected me. Another thing is finance and food. You really need a dietitian or a nutritionist to definitely give you a paperwork of what your body really needs. It's not just if you eat protein you'll just go ahead. No, you need other dietary substances to do that. And the last thing is that you need some non-food diet, which is protein powder, you need supplements, you need few performance inducing fluids that needs to be taken in, because at age of 18 and 19 you really can't lift 200 kgs without having an additional supplement that will support your anatomy, your skeleton, your nutritions and that. So that will definitely affect you in long run. I did have that adverse effect on that. Hoping that another 20 years I'll have a serious effect. So yeah, these are the factors that will be affecting you and all over.
Is there like the ideal optimal diet?
Not really. Like optimal diet, like what do you mean by optimal diet? Like,
is it like a carnivore, keto? Is it a Mediterranean? Is it
that bullshit and weightlifting?
Okay.
You just need to eat like a elephant. Like you need to eat, because weightlifting is not like a planned program. It's like morning you need to do few stuff which is more extensive on the evening stuff. So whatever your body takes in, like whatever your body makes, whatever that makes you not hungry at the end of the day, it's what actually makes sense. Protein is one thing. At the same time, there's other nutrition like fiber, because the more you take protein, the more your body affects you internally. So you need to like again reverse that one, and then um, the place where you're from, like, because say I'm from India, and then the intestine is internal system of my body is different, like how the food takes or how my internal body takes my food, different from people from other demographics. So say that from Australia, people really can't eat spice, but spice has certain effects that or certain advantages for lifting too.
Really?
Yeah.
Such as
like if you eat a lot of chilies, green chilies,
Okay.
you really have this boost in adrenaline at times. So,
Okay.
so I really have this weightlifters who before going to a massive lift, they literally rub green chilies on their tongue just to make them more aggressive on that. I did that too. So
And do you notice the difference actually, or?
yeah, because that will induce all your sleep hormones. Like it will just make you awake. It will just make you like unstoppable.
So it's
at
like
that
caffeine
moment.
almost.
Caffeine is like the most basic thing. But weightlifters do use caffeine like like a normal thing. Like they just cut open a sachet. They'll just eat it raw, drink
Yeah.
water, and then that's it. That's their caffeine for the day.
How do you make sure? I'm sure that there's doping issues and
Yeah,
issues with
totally.
enhancement
Yeah.
performing drugs. How do people ensure that this is monitored and?
One thing is that you need to see what that country's regulations are like. It's different from each country. So one country might have a prescribed limit that this is how much a performance inducing limit is. It's different from others. And another thing is how much you hide that from the authorities. Sometimes if you're lucky enough, people won't find it, but sometimes if they really want to investigate that one, then if you're caught, then your whole career is gone. So another thing is you really can't, it's not worth it, I would say. It's like you'll have like lot of issues in the future if you do that. That's why I never touched it. It's like never went into that space.
What are telltale signs that someone's been using such enhancing?
One is that on a short-term basis, they'll have a massive performance increase. Like they even in the person who's using that one will be so surprised of the performance because they can literally rage like a bull. You can literally see their veins popping up like at random point of the day, because that drug is like a fuel injector types. It's like it'll just boost your adrenaline at no time, and once you stop it, you'll literally be like a air gone out of a balloon. It's like more or like a drug that you'll be addicted to. But again, guidance in that, it's the first thing that you will always expect. Without a guidance or a person who really know the effects after and before use, that's not the right place you need to land to.
And it can be dangerous, can't it?
It can be deadly. Your future will be like questionable in that. You'll know what's not going to happen next, because that's your internal system that's been affected. Unless and until it reaches a critical state, you'll never know it.
And it can also affect like your biology, your cardiovascular health.
Your inheritance will be affected in the future. Like say, even though you are capable of reproducing another child, by the time you go to 3 or 4 generation ahead, there'll be adverse effect.
Like the genetic makeup, the
yeah.
composition of your genes will also be impacted.
There won't be any ethnicitycal generation continue on that. It'll be like totally different, like alien types.
And you said you also worked state level. You participated state
Yeah.
level. What state was this?
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Yeah. So it was down south in India, and then it's one of a major states where they produce a lot of weightlifters. Although like North India is like they're dominating in that. There are like a lot of factors in that, but still, that state was a bit challenging at time when I was 16 years old.
And I guess you were also talking about how, there's a lot of factors that will make someone successful. And all. For someone who's considering kind of getting into weightlifting for the first time, do you have any couple basic tips?
I would say just jump into it. See what your body proclaims in that. So everybody knows like what they're capable of. So apparently for people who starting in that, I would say don't look into competitions for next 2 years when you start. Look into your own personal competitions, like your personal. You're your own competition. So I really didn't go into competitions for like 3 years after going into weightlifting because I was into basketball and shot put. And once I know like I can lift heavy, I went into it and I aced it. So know what you're lifting. Like you shouldn't you shouldn't blindly lift anything. There's a lot of strategy. There's a lot of form to do that, and I didn't know that, but I would definitely recommend someone to do that.
So be better today than you were yesterday.
Yeah.
Competing with yourself.
Yeah.
Progressive growth.
Yes.
Against yourself.
Exactly.
And you're saying every body has a different limit, and you're working to test that limit.
Exactly. So I'm 6'3".
Yeah, I can tell you're quite tall.
And even a person who's 5'8" can lift heavier than me in deadlift.
Okay.
I've seen people, even though I was into the game for like 3-4 years, say that the maximum I lifted in deadlift was 195. But person who's 5'8", 5'6", who's been like 2 years into the game or 1 year into the game, they can literally lift more than that. People who are taller, there's like a lot of disadvantages with tall people, because the form is much more intensive with taller person compared to a shorter person. So that's
more elongated, or
the form from top to bottom is like, say I take 5 seconds to do a deadlift, a shorter person will take 3 seconds, and the 2 seconds gap can determine your end result in that. So it's like when you observe two different form of people doing that one. I have the disadvantage of like taking it all the way from the ground and then keeping it to my shoulder. But for a shorter person, it is like a little different. Like there's a lot of scientific thing going inside.
I never thought about it this way.
Yeah, and the muscle composition in a shorter person is much more faster than a taller person.
Really?
Yeah, they can literally put on muscle, and which is required for a weightlifting arena is like they can easily do that. They can attain that in like say 6 months. I need to do that at least for 1 year to have that muscle composition.
So they're at an advantage in this area.
Yeah.
And we were talking about someone starting. What happens if they want to start but they're not really sure because they don't have a trainer, they don't have money for a trainer? How can they kind of get into weightlifting safely?
I would say safely, like the safety is like the last thing that you will actually think about when you go into a weightlifting game. It's like people have this a short-term motivation of lifting heavy as soon as they go into. So I would say control yourself. Look into YouTube tricks and tips are like much handy at times, but again, go with the lighter weight. First master the form. Lifting you can literally lift 30 kgs in a unformly manner, but in long term that's not going to help. Lift less with the right form and then progress it. So that's foundation and then progressive weight intensity.
Or find you as a coach if they're lucky.
Yeah, I've been training people.
You've been training people?
Even in Australia over
Really?
here. Yeah. The random gym which I joined near my place,
Yeah.
I saw people who've been starting to come into gym just because they want to build their body, and they saw me doing just a lightweight weightlifting and form, and they were like thinking, what is this guy doing like that? I said, I'm just practicing my form. I've been out of game for like a year, so this is what I do. So they said, can you teach us? couple of them are like I regularly go. Regularly have them sessions.
That's
like,
amazing.
yeah, it's interesting. That makes me go around. That's it.
That's really cool. And when you were representing Tamil Nadu, it was on a professional level, or?
It was on a professional level. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I had sponsors. Say my own uni was a sponsor. My club was a sponsor, and sponsorships is not like a big thing at that time, but still, at least they covered all my expenses at that time. But most of the time, I don't recommend professional competition, because you need to go into a certain space, to go into a certain height to have a professional game. But mostly it was out of my passion and my interest.
That's truly fascinating.
Yeah.
I never knew you were a man of such great depth in the weightlifting arena.
Yeah, it's like I usually keep it low key at the moment, because I don't know why I've been like that.
That's okay. And one more thing you're passionate about is culinary, right?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me a short while back that you traveled several hundred kilometers for a hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Maybe talk a bit about such experiences you've had.
So we need to date it back in India, because we have like a 6-member group, where we during COVID especially, during the restrictions and the quarantine, we were like totally out of our mind to go out and explore something. So within our locality, within our urban area, we literally spent a fair bit amount of time exploring different shops which doesn't even have a billboard on them. And we were out, and one point we were out of places to go in there, so it's like same place we're just going again and again. So we just did a small road trip just to eat one dish, which is bun parota. It's again a very, very special and heart-touching delicacy back in India.
In your state?
In my state especially, in Madurai. So Madurai is a temple town, so it's a renowned city which anyone who's traveling to South India will definitely visit that one. That parota is so famous that I literally traveled 800 kilometers for just one thing.
Really?
Yeah, and then we did do a road trip with lot of places, trying the special foods. We took our own time, like 4 days, to come back to our place.
Which city are you from?
My city, the city which I live is Vellore. So Vellore is like, it's like another. It's not exactly a city. It's like an urban town, but it has its own renowned national level recognition for medicine and university.
And what's a famous, like, what are some famous dishes in Tamil Nadu that people who are visiting for the first time could maybe expect and try?
One is their again, I wouldn't specify on one single food, because there are almost say 30 plus districts over there.
Okay.
And all those districts have their own speciality. So in my place, it's biryani, which is like it's like we got it from the Nawabs of kings who ruled that place at that point of time, which is really good. And if you go to Madurai, it is parota, it is lamb, and there's like lot of food. But on a whole, you just need to go try a South Indian non-veg meal. On a whole, like if you go to any random place, just try a non-veg meal which has like rice, all the veggies on that, and chicken, lamb, and roast of it. That's the most you can expect.
So what are the names of some non-veg dishes people could order? Because you're saying there's not just one. What are some names?
There's something called mutton chukka.
Okay, what is this?
It's a deep roasted, like with added masala of lamb. It's like a small chunks of chikka, like a lamb which is being cut, roasted and slowly roasted with all Indian Tamil Nadu masalas, especially a spicy one, good with rice. If you go to down south, from Tamil Nadu itself is a South Indian state. If you go so south, more south in Tamil Nadu, you will see different intensity of flavors in the same dishes. So mutton chuka, and then you can also go with chicken 65.
Of course.
And again taste differs from every single
Yeah.
district of it. So that is one thing. Biryani again.
Of course. And South Indian people have a twist on biryani. It's different to North Indian biryani, right?
North Indian biryani is not biryani.
Yeah, I prefer South Indian as well. by
South Indian biryani. See, I don't know whether people who especially North Indian people would actually get agitated or disagree with me. Again, biryani was meant to be in certain way. It's not meant to be eaten in spoon. People in North India do eat in spoon biryani. I was like, that's the last thing anyone could do in that place. And again, the masalas. Biryani is not meant to be light. It's meant to be strong. It's like double masala on that. It's like spicy.
Mixed in, infused with the rice.
Exactly, yeah. If you want to really try a amazing biryani, go to Hyderabad. Hyderabadi biryani is the best. I would say I would rank Hyderabadi biryani as for number one in that. Second is Amur biryani in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
So another thing is Karnataka biryani.
They have a donne biryani.
Donne biryani.
That was really good. I tried
These
that.
three are the three things you should never miss if you come to India and visit India. Like that is my top choice, I would say.
Good recommendation. I also vouch for it. And any kind of couple of vegetarian dishes in
Vegetarian
Tamil Nadu
dishes,
you could
okay.
try?
I would say that in Tamil Nadu they literally make anything out of veggies. So one best thing I would say is Vatta Kolumbu. Vatta Kolumbu is like dehydrated, dehydrated sprout or dehydrated cherries of fruit or a veggie. They just make it with a thick, consistent a curry which is mixed with tamarind water or masalas and that. On a fine Saturday, you can just have hot rice with some ghee on top with that vata kolumbu, and then you can literally sleep in bliss. I literally have this place near my hometown where on Saturdays they'll just make that. I don't know why, but it's like their own auspicious day where to do that. I go there. So the meal cost around, say, in Indian value, which I'm comparing to Australian dollars, it is like 1.5 cents or $1.5. For Australian dollars, you can get unlimited meals. Like sky is your limit to eat how much ever you want. Fresh, hot. That's how it is served in Tamil Nadu, and they make that vata kolumbu only on Saturday. And literally for all 3 courses of my meal, I'll just only eat that one. I'm a heavy eater also. Like I'll say I'll eat 1 kg of rice just with that one.
Wow.
That's so good with vegetarian food. It is a very very big competition for veg and non-veg in India. So you can't really like make it up what is the best.
That's beautiful.
At the moment, yeah.
In the chat so far, I've had some people talk about food and all, but never anyone talk about traditional dishes of Tamil Nadu. So.
Traditional dishes of Tamil Nadu is not what we eat right now. It's like totally different.
What do you mean?
Traditional dishes of Tamil Nadu wasn't rice actually. It was more of grains, more of say there's something called ragi. Ragi was a staple food back in like say 300-400 years where they just eat it, and because India is full of it's a agriculture dominating sector. Yes. at the point where before industrialization, so they don't really believe in like rice because it's just carbohydrates and stuff. They eat something which is 100 times nutritious than what we are doing right now. They eat ragi, they eat sprouts, they do literally have that 64 grains nutrients. They literally have that in one meal.
Wow.
That's how much it was back at that time. They literally have this fermented rice, which is like which will grow your gut health like 100 times more.
Really?
And people don't usually see that in that way right now.
So unfortunately, it's mellowed down.
Lot.
What's the reason?
Maybe
Modernization or
not modernization. It's time consuming to do that. That was 500 years back. People had one job. They had a lot of time to spend time in their place, and they dedicated their time to make those food, because that's the last thing you do after working so hard.
Exactly.
That's the one thing you expect after working like 8 hours, 10 hours a day. So they really were concerned about it, and at that time it was very cheap. People grow those ingredients just outside their place. All the people over there will have like a banana tree next to their place, a papaya tree. They'll have tapioca. They don't really have to go to markets and stuff. They just
So that was food in its essence. No GMOs, no acidity, no regulators, no preservatives.
They literally literally make rice tonight. If they make excess of it, they don't throw it. They just put water on that, soak it overnight. It ferments. It has this enormous gut bacteria that actually
Nutritional
grows.
value.
Yeah, that grows like which no food has that one. Next day morning, they eat that with some curd and salt, maybe with some chilies or some some side toppings, and it cools your body. That's the first thing, and then it helps your gut health, energy. Some doctors do recommend to children's like they need to eat that when they're like around 5-6 years old till that age of 10. So that used to be something which my parents used to give a lot. I'm not sure about this era at the moment.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So today we've talked about weightlifting, and we've talked about the culinary scene in Tamil Nadu, which is a very niche thing. So thank you so much, bro, for being a part of this little project and chat. And normally at the very end, I ask one question, which is for anyone who's watching, do you have one piece of advice? Any piece of advice?
Eat your veggies.
Eat your veggies.
Eat your veggies.
Okay.
And eat a lot. Don't compromise on that. Eat a lot and have fun exploring that path.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, Akash, for being a part of this.
Thank you.